Another day, another drama for Shift Up, nothing new. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Kim Hyun-tae, aka Shift Up CEO, and this promotion material that he made with AI. So as usual, before we start, hello the internet, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, Kim Hyun-tae's new promotion for Stellar Blade and the pre-order. As you can see, this is gaining quite a bit of traction considering he mostly his personal account is out of the spotlight most of the time. He's not really trying to grow his account, but the company's accounts, right? He just posts random stuff on his own. And then today he posted this. Okay, let's put some volume here.
Did you know? The Stellar Blade demo is playable right now in nearly 250 regions.
So, a couple of things in here. First of all, I want to talk about my own stance on AI. I don't care. I'm not here to argue about AI or not, or its usage, or when it's good, when it's bad. To me, it has good usages and bad usages. I believe that people on both extremes, those who really hate it with all their might, and those who are just defending it and it's the future and progress and whatever, I don't care about either extreme. I think both are stupid, both of them. To me, I'm in the middle. If it looks cool, I'll play the game, or I'll watch the video, or I'll watch a short, or whatever it is. If it looks bad, I'm like, that's trash, right? So, that's it. Let's go a little bit into this because we need to talk about Shift Up, AI usage, and all the times they've been accused of actually using AI. Now, it's never been proven they use AI on their games, but this is because they hide it pretty well. In fact, they go so far as to delete talks that they give regarding AI usage at Shift Up and the Shift Up AI labs that they themselves have. So, let's talk a little bit about this. As usual, thank you to all my patrons for making this content possible. Love you all bastards. And let's start with what I was tweeting right here. Why are people surprised he uses AI? Literally, NIKKE has used it since day one, and he hasn't posted original art in a long ass time. And you'll see this in a second. Just his own trained model for AI art. Not saying I like it, just saying it's nothing new, and ShiftUp has always used it and been kinda open about it. They try to hide it because they know a lot of people in the gacha community love art and love artists and seeing their own creations and the fan animations and all that stuff. So openly using AI, it's kind of a bad look in this type of community, in this type of niche for game developers. So I got a couple comments right here, right? And then our brother here, Reapolit, says, what are you talking about? Because he posted this. Now, let's go over what our brother Kim Hyun-tae has posted. Before that, however, I wanted to show also this one because it was a pretty fun one. Grunge was saying, what's this man connection to NIKKE? Because I'm not liking this video. Boy, do I have a surprise for you. He is the CEO of the company, aka the man with most decisions in here. Now that said, let's go over all of the illustrations he has posted over the last 5 years. One here. Cool. Cool illustration, actually, right? Pretty cool. His unique art style. And then we go into, of course, down here, these three right here. In fact, it's only one, because if we open all of this, right? This was for the Chinese promotion. I'm not sure if he drew this or not. It's still pretty nice. This was a package he received, as far as I know. So I don't know if he drew this or not. And then lastly, this was something he drew on 2020. So on the last 5 years, he has posted 5 artworks. Now, if you scroll a little bit more, this is not hard to find. All of these right here, first of all, Gyat. Second, this is all AI. And this is not hard to find. This is on his profile. And you can keep scrolling and keep scrolling and keep scrolling. And if you go into any of these pictures, on the first comment, he will always tell you what he's using. Stable diffusion plus a self-learning model with Photoshop painting. AKA, he has created his own model based on his own art. This is technically the most ethical way of using AI art, and then on top he's painting. And as you can see, this is the style of, well, Destiny Child, NIKKE, Blade and Soul, etc. His art style is pretty recognizable, and the AI has recreated it pretty well. So he has always been open about AI usage. Now, what about the company? Because there's a difference between he himself posting this stuff and the company using AI. Well, since the release of the game, there's been plenty of accusations toward the game. And when I say accusations, I literally mean that because it's never been really proven. So 6 months ago, we got a really big thread going over a lot of backgrounds and why this user thinks they are AI, right? I'm not gonna get into if I think they are or not. I'm not an artist. Some of them look off. Some of them look pretty bad, right? Like really bad. The one I remember, I thought it was AI when I saw it, was the Evangelion background. The Evangelion background, I think it was the part 2, I believe it was. I need to double check later, but I believe the part 2 of Evangelion was pretty obvious. The background, some of them were just absolute AI. That said, this thread, again, he goes into saying why he thinks most of this stuff is AI. You can find this thread on Reddit, pretty simple to see, and then you can judge on your own. But again, accusations. This was not the only one, because as you can see, this is an article by Green Post Korea, and they go into talking about these hands by Miracle Fairy. And as you can see, the hand does look fucking awful, okay? This was one of the many accusations they received about using AI, and they themselves deny they use any sort of this technology in the game, which is cap, and we'll see in a second. And then we have more accusations right here, once again, like I was saying earlier, because of the hand and what people are saying. This one looks a little bit better. I think the problem is just that the hair is coming right here, making this part look like another nail, right? This one right here, it looks like another nail, but it's the hair. Again, it does look weird, but it's just accusations. We don't really know. And when you're looking at the whole picture, illustration does look good. There is a lot more, and you can just go and Google and you'll find another 30 examples of people claiming something is AI in NIKKE. Well, we are not 100% sure. The last one that I want to show, of course, is going to be the Arcana background. I actually made a tweet about this one because the background on this one just looks off as fuck. As you can see on the bench, the bench and Arcana look completely different at the background. This looks like it was made by an amateur. Someone was actually fixing the line art a little bit, and now it looks better compared to the original lighting. So there's been cases like this since day one on NIKKE. This is nothing new. And then lastly, of course, not only about AI, but plagiarizing other games, other artists, and this was the most obvious one when they stole from, I believe, a Japanese designer who was making figurines for a character, and Shift Up had to change a unit in game because of this. Now, all this said, this is just, like I was saying at the beginning, people claiming they use AI. And a lot of the times people will come into the defense of Shift Up and say, this is just a speculation. We don't know if they use AI, and we're just going based on rumors, based on what we believe, based on what we think. Which, first of all, stop defending gacha companies, please, for the love of God. They don't care about you. They will never care about you. Enjoy these games. I love my gacha games, okay? I play them every single day. It's the only thing I do. But these companies don't care about you. And the easiest way to prove that ShiftUp does use AI is that they actually, well, hold a talk on its usage of generative AI and stable diffusion. The thing is, this video was taken down on YouTube. You cannot see it anymore. And the video that was posted, the same video that was posted on Twitter, was also taken down. This account was privated and you cannot see it anymore. So they are trying to not allow you to find this talk anymore online. Every time it's posted, they delete it. But I'm sorry, this is the internet, and the moment you post something, it will never go away. So this is a 12-minute talk on ShiftUp on the usage and the limitations on using this on a game company. A 12-minute talk by ShiftUp on how Stable Diffusion has limits on the company. They use AI. Pretty simple. This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not putting a fucking tinfoil hat on top of myself right now, right? Now, this is a pretty nice talk. In fact, if you're interested in learning about AI, this is a nice talk. They go into a lot of stuff, like for example, how they plan on growing their business, how the development cost using AI is being reduced by 10 by using AI, and then of course how ShiftUp AI Labs is using this in their own company. And then they go into showing you how they create their own models. They go from the most basic beach example into actually showing you different models, different options, how to train your own model and how to start tinkering with it and optimizing in it so it actually produces good results, and how you can have a simple workflow. And they even go into, at some point, if I remember correctly, let me see if I can find it, to give you some example on prompts they use themselves in order to get better results. I don't remember where this is, but I sent this to a friend who was interested in AI, and I know you cannot find this online anymore because, well, they did delete this. You cannot get this anywhere. And I don't remember what it is, but at some point they do showcase their own, they do showcase their own prompts they use, and they use as an example Red Hood. And again, I'm not saying they use AI for everything. They clearly have artists at ShiftUp, great artists. Even King Hyun-ta himself is a fantastic artist, and his wife and everyone else. But they use AI and then they paint on top. I have no problem with this. I love the game, but I think it's obvious, right, that they use it, and people defending it, it kind of doesn't make any sense. Now, I also think this post is being taken way out of proportions, right? This is just a shit post that he made in 8 seconds. Is it good? Sorry, not this one. Is it good? No. Is it getting awfully close to like actual good footage? Fuck yes. Do you guys remember Will Smith eating spaghetti 2 years ago? And then compare it with this? Damn, that's kind of scary, right? But that's not the point. The point is people are going into the comments saying, oh, I don't think they use, I think they use, I don't know, because it's only speculations. It's not speculations. They use AI. The CEO himself loves it. He's been using it for a while, and the company has given talks in Korea that they are trying to remove from the internet in order to, well, preserve a little bit their public face, because it's different if it's the CEO rather than the company who is losing face, right? Just basic marketing in there. But that said, that's gonna be basically for this video. Just wanted to go a little bit over everything going on with this, what the people are saying. I'm not even gonna be getting into this type of comment, guys. It's literally like 32 degrees at 2 a.m. almost 3 a.m. I already have enough with this heat to also go to Twitter to argue with the retards, alright? So I'm not gonna be going over all the comments, but if you go right now into most of the quote retweets, of course, not this, people are just complaining about this and being like, bro, you have a lot of artists. There is some positive comments as well supporting what he's doing, and you know, the usual AI argument. I don't wanna get into it because I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I'm here to play games. So do let me know where you guys position yourself on this topic. I'm interested to see what my community thinks about this overall. Keep it civil, don't be fucking postos in the comment, alright? And that's it, that's gonna be for this one. Tomorrow video on the gacha PvP, monthly PvP. I think we can make a video going over the revenue for all of the games. And that's gonna be for this one. As usual, love you all bastards. Good luck with your pool dinner. I'll see you in the next one.